Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
This Top 10 intro is brought to you by VectorStar Productions. Mario Kart 8 is finally here. This game is pretty amazing. Aside from the fact that battle mode is ruined and coins being items is a huge flaw. But we aren't talking about that stuff today. The new tracks are some of the best that have ever been offered. They're just as good as Mario Kart 7's tracks, which is pretty impressive. I had a really hard time making a list of the most unique ones offered here, but I managed to do so anyway. As usual, retro tracks will not be included in this countdown. Get your anti-gravity undies on, this should be quite a ride. Without further ado, let's go! For this top 10, be prepared for me to say how gorgeous these tracks look. They all look absolutely spectacular, and this one is no different. So the main theme is Thwomps. Wow, I never thought Thwomps would get a Mario Kart track. I must say though, it was a great choice. One of my favorite parts is when the track opens up wide and you can take a huge variety of paths. You can drive on the walls, or you could go for a swim in the water, or you could just glide straight over everything. We've seen branching paths in the past before, but there are so many more options in this section, and it makes the track feel more alive than ever. Everything just feels really ancient. It's almost as if we're driving through the Mayan or Aztec time period. In a Mario Kart style, of course. And not to mention, the music fits perfectly. You know you're playing an awesome track when you see the gate door open right before the race starts, and the song starts off with a badass guitar riff. Now, I will admit, I still find the Wii's version of Bowser's Castle to be more unique, but this one makes a close second. There are plenty of turns and curves that are really fun to drift around, and not to mention, the obstacles this time around can actually be hard to avoid. That spiked ball in particular that swings around at the beginning of the track is really hard to dodge. I've found myself running into it numerous amount of times. And of course, the obvious thing that is unique is the giant rock Bowser. You don't want to mess with this thing. He punches the track so hard that the ground shakes like it's a wave. Thankfully, this Bowser isn't in our oceans. This amount of strength could cause a freaking tsunami or something. You know how in some Mario Kart tracks we see Koopa Troopas and Toads cheering on the racers? Well, on this track, Dry Bones, Hammer Bros, and all the really powerful bad guys are cheering you on. Wow. The overall presentation of the stage is powerful and demeaning. Even the start and finish line words are on fire. It doesn't get much better than that. Well, okay, the Wii Bowser's Castle is still slightly better, but hey, this track is awesome too.
Number 8.
We've seen a lot of renditions of the ghost levels in Mario Kart before, but this one takes the cake at being the coolest. So it starts off that you're driving in some old mansion, then you see random house objects moving around, which, you know, isn't that out of the ordinary. But this time, you're driving on the wall. And next thing you know, the floor starts curving like crazy, and we end up driving upside down in the water. What? Just what? Where? How did this happen? I can't comprehend the logic of this mansion's design in any way whatsoever, but that's okay. When you shoot out of the water from the house, one of the paths actually makes you glide sideways. I don't understand how that works at all, because wouldn't you instantly fall? I also like the bonefish that they added in the water. That was a nice touch. So, Dry Bones can be seen in Bowser's Castle. The Bonefish are in this stage. There is a stage based off of Dry Bones in the Special Cup. Why the hell isn't Dry Bones a character? Come on, guys, he was my main!
Number 7.
For some reason, Toad Harbor's vibe is very similar to Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii, and that most certainly isn't a bad thing. This stage bursts with vibrant colors. You can ride on top of roofs, you can use speed boosts off of a boat, and you can perform tricks down a beautiful highway. This track even takes influence from Great Britain, as there are buses that are attached to railroads. Now that's freaking sweet. You know, this locale could be the new Delfino Plaza. Super Mario Sunshine sequel confirmed. Well, okay, I doubt that. But hey, This feels like a level or even the world map that could be in a new Sunshine game. If this were a level in a Sunshine game, everybody could be there for the party. I mean, all the sailboats in the water are Mario characters. Maybe they could all be playable characters? That's probably a bit of a stretch, but hey, I can dream.
Number 6.
Oh my god, the music in this stage. I would call this a modern version of Music Park from Mario Kart 7. Music Park has instruments from the classical era like pianos, trumpets, and drums. However, this course uses techno beats and synthesizers. The grounds on the track are incredible. I feel like I'm driving on a very colorful piece of music that is interacting with me at the same time. And the TVs with the dancing Shy Guys and Koopa Troopas, I could watch that all day. Seriously, it just looks fucking awesome for some reason. I want to join this rave! Everything in this stage pulses with the music. That includes the stars, the disco ball, the piranha plants, the subwoofers, you name it. There's even a section where when you touch the ground, a done sound happens. It even flows with the song well. This track just puts a big smile on your face and instantly makes you happy. But you know what else can instantly make you happy? A baby laughing. See? I told you.
Number 5.
Now this is cool, a course based off of a planet from Super Mario Galaxy 2. Obviously there's a lot of driving on clouds based off of the name, but could you predict that you fly into a thunderstorm? This is one of the coolest transitions in a Mario Kart track that I have seen in quite a while, and I love how lightning strikes some of the speed boosts. When you drive through the thunderstorms and start heading towards the end of the lap, on the left side there is an island that looks awfully familiar. I swear, this island is a level that was in Super Mario Galaxy 2, but I can't identify enough of it to notice. What do you think it is? You should leave a comment and tell me if you can figure it out. I really love how accurate the clouds look and feel. None of the ground on the track is flat. The last cloud-themed track I remember playing is Sky Garden, which wasn't too bad, no doubt, but we were playing on a flat surface which took away some of the immersion that's in this track.
Number 4.
So I originally thought that this stage would just be the average water track, but boy was I wrong. The big hook on this stage is the giant eel. If you can get on top of him, you can perform tricks off his back like there's no tomorrow. It's so satisfying. It's not just the eels that are the main attraction though, there is this big mountain carved into 3 dolphins. Man, that looks cool. And you know, the toads watching us race with their little goggles on is probably one of the most adorable things I've ever seen in a video game. It makes no sense considering none of the other characters use goggles, but continuity has never been very important in Mario Kart. This track has a section very similar to Thwomp Ruins, in which you can take multiple paths to complete the level. I found all the paths to be a blast to drive through because we essentially rely on pipes blowing up high-pressured water.
Number 3.
Oh man, we are in the final 3 for this countdown. This is where creativity is taken to the max. So, we are driving through an airport, a Sunshine Airport. Piantos are cheering us on, and we even drive alongside airplanes. This concept is freaking awesome, but you know what's interesting? Super Mario Sunshine had an airplane in that game. Does this also indicate a sequel? Look, Nintendo, would you please stop with all this foreplay and give us some action, or stop teasing us for forever and ever about a sequel?
Number 2.
You can drive up a waterfall. You can drive on the side of a waterfall. The Shy Guys in the back are mining diamonds, so they are probably playing Minecraft. Do I really need to say anything else? Nope, I don't think so.
And now the number 1 unique Mario Kart track is...
So, Rainbow Road is incredibly mediocre, and I honestly think it's the worst track in the game. Mario Kart Stadium is more impressive than Rainbow Road, which is saying a lot. Water Park has you driving through roller coasters. Sweet Sweet Canyon just makes you hungry and reminds me of that scene from Wreck-It Ralph with the candy-themed video game. Mario Circuit is very loopy feeling. Bone Dry Dunes is just an overall fun course. Oh, Whoops, sorry, I forgot we were still doing this top 10. The number 1 track in the game is inevitably Mount Wario. You just hear the name Wario in a Mario Kart game, and you know you're in for a good time. This stage will be quite reminiscent to pro snowboarders or skiers that jump from helicopters to tear through mountains. That's essentially what this track is. You start off by jumping from a helicopter, ski down the slope, head into an icy water cave, drive through a dam, rip across uncovered territory with trees and logs scattered everywhere, and finally end up on an Olympic-themed ski track. This course is quite the adventure. You even finish the race by coming to a stop with a crowd surrounding you. That is just amazing. So, what track do you think is the most unique? Did you like or hate my list, and why? Leave a comment and tell me. I'll respond to as many of you as possible. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you all have a magnificent morning, day, evening, and night.